See you.
Is that make sure?
No, it's
All right, then, just 8 minutes after 8. Welcome back to Sunrise Daily, where we're continuing our focus today about, yes, indeed, party politics, the directive by the APC, what is going on in River State, comments coming through from the National Assembly. Well, now we'll flip over to Abuja Studios, where Olisa Metuh joins us. He's the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party. Morning, and thank you for joining us. Let's go straight away into that directive by the APC and comments coming through from your members in the National Assembly. But the APC says those of them who are criticizing that directive have not taken time to study what is going on there. And they say, by the way, it's even yielding fruits, because in Rivers, they've been able to hold, at least the recent rally was successful and policemen were there. So why then do they criticize that directive from them?
Well, good morning. My our reaction to this is that we advise the APC to be as open, as transparent as the PDP. When we make mistakes, we come on national TV, we face Nigerians and say we have made mistakes. But here, APC, they've committed a big blunder, an act against democracy in this country, and yet they're trying to justify it. That is cruel, that is sad, that is wicked. What I expected Lai Mohammed and APC to be telling Nigerians is that we made a mistake. There is no example. What they have done is a simple thing of attempting to divide the child, insisting that the child should be divided. We have a democracy in this country. This is the longest period that we be experiencing democracy. And what do you tell people? You attempt to stop that democracy because you believe that you are scoring a cheap political point. That would definitely boomerang. The difference between what they have done and what happens in developed democracy is that in developed democracy, the issue of the passage of the budget or delay of the budget or what happens is a question of economic principles. What do we adopt? How do we put more money? What exactly the economic principle that we adopt in defending the budget or in attempting to pass the budget? But here you're bringing a remote, is something that is definitely unconnected to the issues at stake, and you are telling your members to block the passage of the budget. Well, it wouldn't work. And thank God that the APC, that really exposing themselves to Nigerians for what they are. We have said severally that if you look at the pattern being adopted by APC, if you look at the bitterness, the frustration in their statements and in their directives for a while now, you begin to see exactly what PDP is saying. APC is preparing for a truncation of democracy after the elections. They know that there is no way they can win the general elections. And so they are attempting to incite Nigerians to turn out and cause unrest and mayhem after the general elections.
Part of what they also said is, pardon me, let me jump in. Part of their submission is that the intention is to get the presidency to comment on what is going on in River State, because he can't feign ignorance, they say, about what has been happening. And so how could they sit back? And after several letters written to him, to the National Human Rights Commission, to so many agencies, because his agents, the police, are not acting objectively. They say they're acting in a partisan manner, and as such, they are directing their members to go in this manner, is to get the president to comment on what is going on in River State.
Well, the truth is that what is happening in Rivers is different. It's not police action. You have a government that voted for PDP, voted for a particular candidate. The candidate was removed in the court, and another individual was made the governor. Now, in the last election, 2011, they still voted for the PDP. And the PDP governor that they voted for has attempted to go to a different party. So the people are not happy about it, and they are really opposing it, and they are protesting against it. That's a simple thing. The police have tried to maintain peace, law and order in Rivers State. I know that there's been a lot of noise in Rivers, but I don't think Rivers is so violent. I don't think there is any violence like in Rivers or mayhem or death of individuals to necessitate this kind of loud blunder by the APC. There is no way, absolutely, in any democratic nation that you can justify it. It is completely unjustifiable. There is no way they can explain it.
Well, anyway, I think we'll still talk more about Rivers, but let's look at this instruction from the APC to its members. Specifically speaking, don't you think that your party and the government at the center should also listen to the APC, knowing full well that this same party gave the president in the last election almost, if not over 2 million votes, specifically around Lagos and some other places. So if they have members or states controlled by the APC, then the ACN, and they were able to garner that amount of vote for the president, don't you think now that they're complaining about a state, River State, shouldn't the government be looking at how best to control the violence in that state?
Control the what in that state?
Well, the violence or the complaints coming from that state.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't really get to hear you very well, but I know you're talking about Rivers State, but you mentioned Lagos State, but I'm not hearing you very well. In Rivers State, we've had protests and counter-protests, rallies and different kinds of rallies. When you are having rallies and you insist that you're not working with the police, and you don't even ask the police for protection, let's forget about the permit. You don't ask them for protection. Why are you dramatizing it? You see, APC, they have movie producers. They engage in acts that you can see in Nollywood and everything. But this democracy is about elections. It's about winning elections. It's about getting the ballot box. Let them concentrate on things that will get Nigerians to get them elected. The drama is too much. The drama is everywhere. In Rivers State is drama. In their statements, in things that they do is drama. For goodness sake, I was with a couple of decent people. When they issued their statements, someone said, what are they really smoking there? Are they under the influence? How can a democratic party, how can a party that claims to mean well for Nigeria issue that kind of statement? That is the worst statement that has ever been issued in this particular democracy. Very unthoughtful, very wicked, devilish, evil, and is a plan, is an act against the preservation of democracy in this nation. They should apologize for it. It is totally wrong. The principle was wrong. The idea behind it, the intent, everything is completely unexplainable.
Well, Mr. Metuh, you have described
in Rivers State is that the governor of Rivers, who is the governor of the state, whichever party that he belongs to, should try and work with the police, ask for police protection in a peaceful manner, and engage the police in maintaining law and order and to protect him when he's going for rallies. And when he did that the last time, the police obliged and he was protected. You could see in the rally they had more policemen than any other rally has ever had in the history of this country. The policemen were more than even the people that came out for the rally. I hope you saw it. So the police protected them. If they act normally, they'll have the protection that they need. But there should be an end to this drama. Is enough.
Mr. Metuh, you have described
that kind.
Let me come in here, if I may. You have described the directive of the APC with many adjectives, but one would ask, is it a legitimate weapon? Is it a legitimate tool, if you like?
You see, there's a difference between being lawful, being legal, and being more immoral. You can say describe it as completely immoral. You can describe it as a law, whether it might not be unlawful, but is completely immoral. Is not legitimate. Definitely, in the boundary of morality.